Today, owners' meetings happening in the NFL. We saw a lot of great things being said. Jets owner Woody Johnson doesn't believe in the survey that gave him an F as an owner. I don't believe it. I don't think it was done the right way, and he's the only owner to get an F. Yeah, no, I know I got to work. I don't believe it. No, dude, come on, you're that bad.
But then he offered buyouts to what, like 70% of the staff or something like that?
I know. I want to change
170 out of 250.
Yeah, we want to change the energy at One Jets Drive. So I'm offering buyouts and telling you that the poll that went out there is absolutely erroneous. Now, I'm not that bad an owner. Like, okay, great. I think just by saying that, it shows how bad an owner you are. I would just say, hey, I got to do stuff better. Got to work on it. Okay, that's all right. No. I'm not that bad. Not my fault. Don't blame me with that. Don't blame me. Can't blame. I'm not an F. Maybe I'm a D. Maybe a D+, but I'm not an F. You can't give me an F. No, you got an F, dude. You got an F. Everybody knew what they were doing when they were voting. You got an F.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of details that came out in terms of how big the packages are to walk away.
Yeah. I mean, it's weird. It's almost like it's like what's going on with the government now, where people are getting offered buyouts and getting fired. And hey, the Jets they're cleaning house right now, and Woody Johnson's cleaning house. We're getting rid of all the bad energy. But that being said, the last couple of days, and I know you're going to say I'm insane. You're going to say I'm really insane, and it's okay. I am so buying the Jets as a bounce-back dark horse wildcard team. All right? What the reason is, what have we said the last couple of days? The big news yesterday, the Jets officially anointed Justin Fields as QB1. He's going to start this year. He's going to be the quarterback, right? Jets aren't going to get a quarterback at 7. Will they take one later on in the draft? I'm sure they will, right? I'm sure they'll come back in the second, third round and take a quarterback, absolutely 100%. But this is why I like the Jets to bounce back, because people forget how talented the roster is, right? They forget the roster is pretty talented. A lot of guys who left are all older guys, over 30, injured guys. Hey, let somebody else go give them all kinds of money. But Justin Fields, who is going to have this year what he hasn't had in the last 3 years, and that is a coach and a coaching staff that believes in him and is going to design the offense around him. Didn't have that at the end in Chicago, didn't have it in Pittsburgh, and Mike Tomlin clearly said, hey, our preferred guy is Russell Wilson. When, hey, you're 5-2, you're 10 touchdowns and 1 pick, and you lose your job? What the hell's going on? But Aaron Glenn is building culture, and that's the biggest thing, right? He's building culture with the Jets, and when you have a quarterback that has flashed in Justin Fields, and again, I may be insane, you could say I'm insane, but they're building and putting him in a position to succeed, whereas teams like the Steelers, they put him in position to fail. You're only here until you can lose the job. The Bears, you're only here until we can get somebody else because we stink this year, right? This is what's going on. You're not in a position to win. The Jets are saying, you're our guy. We're putting you in a position to succeed. If you play well the next year or two, guess what? Long-term contract, you stay, you're our guy. You do things athletically. You're the best quarterback running the football that we've seen. We just have to make sure you throw the ball a little bit better. But when you have the positivity of believing in the guy, especially at a quarterback, that changes everything. It changes your outlook on everything. We talked about Rafael Devers earlier in the show, that how 0 for 19 with 15 strikeouts. Where is he mentally, right? He doesn't want to be there playing designated hitter every night, wants to play third base. Red Sox aren't doing it. How much is he all in on what's going on with Boston, right? But Justin Fields with the Jets, hey, we're all in on you. You're going to be in a position to succeed. I'm telling you, I'm crazy. But I'm buying the Jets, bounce back. I'm thinking dark horse wild card. That's my mantra the next few months.
Last year, they were projected to win 9.5 games. Clearly, that it did not work.
No,
this year, projected to win 5.5. I'm most intrigued. What is Tanner Engstrand, and how does he develop a passing game? He worked for the Detroit Lions and everything Ben Johnson was doing, which means there'll be a couple of tackle eligibles mixed therein. It'll be great for the Jets. You're helped by, hindered, I think, by the fact that we're also expecting great improvement from the Patriots. So last year, those should have been gimmies. You don't have any of those in division anymore.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's a tougher division, sure, but okay, I'm fine with that. But sometimes
you play the AFC South.
Sometimes we're going to make every game is against the AFC South. Every game. We're playing the Jaguars every week. But sometimes a mental reset is just as big as anything you do on the field, right? The Jets needed a mental certain teams need mental resets coming off of a year saying, okay, we have to have a different sort of mentality. Things got out of control. That's just as good for us as going out and signing a lot of players. right? So the mental reset with Aaron. Look, they didn't even have an introductory news conference for Justin Fields. Like, hey, we're about the team. We're being quiet. We're going forward. That's what Aaron Glenn said the last couple of days. I mean, sometimes the mental reset is just as good as anything you do on the field.